welcome back. We're out here in the shop today. We're going to be putting in Jay's bottom end together. You know, last time in the video we got the crank installed, the end plate set, all the clearances checked, so we were good there. So today we're going to get the pistons installed, which I already went through and did a couple of them and got the tolerances all set up. They're all good to go. So I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. We actually got the roofers here today. Take a quick walk out here and show you what's going on. Yeah, they're here getting the new roof, metal roof installed. We're getting the whole house is getting done, but the problem, I'll show you. Take a quick walk over. I don't want to mess with them. Busy working. We've got Trev's car we're going to be bringing up here and getting some work done on that too. Not good. Not good having trees next to your house, guys. But like I said, I'm not going to bother them. We actually got a couple nice days here before the weather hits, so they're going to try and get as much done as they can. But when we got the house, it supposedly had a new roof put on it, and we had a little mishap in the back with Mr. Apple Tree there. Well, when they dug into the roof and started getting into it, they found out that the sill plate, which is the top of your wall, and rafter ends, and the OSB on top of or underneath the shingles was all rotted. So when whoever installed this roof to begin with, they went over rotten shit. So another one of these for us, but it is what it is. You know, this is our house that we're going to be in for forever, we're thinking. So I'm just getting a 40-year guaranteed metal roof put on it, and we'll be done with it. But yeah, well, that's what they're doing there, guys. They're getting ready to put that on. But back to the task at hand. Yeah, these videos are a little delayed, guys, so I'm sorry about that. You know, you're seeing them a little later than what they were shot. So this is just the day after Thanksgiving. The weekend of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was yesterday. But anyways, guys, I'm going to put you guys on time lapse and I'm going to get to work. Guys, we're down to the last piston, as you can see. But I wanted to give you kind of a little tip that I do. I usually lay my engine to where the deck surface is flat. And then what you want to do, guys, is take your crank and put it dead center at the lowest part. That way when you're installing your piston, your rod ain't trying to kick from side to side, and it ain't gonna, you'd have less chance of hitting the crank here. So, and then after I get it set in the bore, I always buy these tools. This is a 4310 ring compressor. I got a Summit one for Mopar. That's a 4350. I also have small block Chevy stuff. But yeah, that's the way to go. I hate using them other ring compressors that you got to take a 1/4 inch drive, and you know, I've used them in the past, but I don't like them. So when I'm doing a build now, I'll spend the extra 40 bucks and buy the tool that I need for that Pacific one. And I have quite a few now, so I usually don't have to buy any. So, but yeah, we get all the rings. You clock your rings right, set it in there. You oil up your cylinder, oil up your piston, get your bearing onto your rod caps, and then you center it up. And then after you're done, you get it to through the top here. Then you can come through the bottom and guide it on so you don't nick the crank. But like I said, we're the last one. This is the final assembly on this. Like I told you guys earlier, I already went through and checked my clearances. On the clearances on this calls for 0.002 to 0.0024 is the clearances, and we were within 1/100th of a thousand, so we're good to go. Yeah, this turned out to be a pretty nice motor for Jay. We are going to be taking the heads and the roller cam out of my motor, and we're going to be sticking it on here for Jay. After the holiday season, I'm going to be taking the Blazer over to Matt, and we're going to get the chassis all situated. I'm going to get the roll cage painted, and we'll get the block and the trans mocked up in it, and then I'm going to be ordering my AFR heads. I'm going to go with AFR 235 or 265s and a solid roller cam for that. Probably like a 700 lift solid roller, which will be a bad mofo. But you know, I got to get some other stuff done. I got Tony's motor back. We got it back from the machine shop right before Thanksgiving, earlier this week. And it's at the shop, so we're going to be bringing it over. And I have all of his other stuff here ready to go. So that's next on deck after we get Jay's done, which I'm waiting on head gaskets. Head gaskets are back ordered, of course. I mean, everything that you try and buy. Well, I thought maybe he had some in his gasket kit that he gave me, but he don't. He had just miscellaneous stuff in here. So... But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you that quick tip on how to install these pistons. Like I said, put the crank at the lowest part, centered at the block here. And set your piston up and drop it. That way your rod ain't slopping side to side, and you have less chance of hitting your the bob weight or the counterweight on your crank here. This is actually a really nice rotating assembly from Skip White, the scat rods. I mean, the rods are way thicker for the I-beam rods than what a factory rod is. It calls for 63 foot-pounds on the rod. I go 40 and 60. I got my drill here. I just got it at the lowest setting just to seat the caps. Then I'll go through 40 and then 60 and a 110 on the mains. We're at 0.0025 on the mains for clearance, and 0.0023 to 22 on the rods. So, like I said, we're money. We're ready to rip. So I'm going to stick this last one in the hole, and then I'm going to get his oil pump out and start getting it mocked up and make sure I don't have to do any adjustments. Or they sent me the pickup tube for it, but I'm going to take the pickup tube and the rest of his parts that he's got over here, I'm going to take over to Tony's, and I'm going to run through his hot tank and get everything all washed up there. And I'm going to take the oil pump and I'm going to weld that pickup. It's a bolt-on pickup tube to the pump, but I'm going to put a tack weld on it anyway just for safety purposes. I've actually had one in the past come off. It was on my own stuff, so, but ever since then, it was on an old Chevy. And ever since then, I tack weld them on, even if they're a bolt-on one. But we should be good to go. We're getting there, guys. Slow process. I mean, waiting on parts. I do got to get my cam plugs, tunnel plugs in, and the 4 galley plugs that are on the other side run across the bottom there. But we're getting there. Won't be long. Should be ready to rock and roll. But we got everything in all the pistons in. We got all of our plugs in. I marked everything after I retorqued everything. Double checked. I always do that. That way, you know, I'm waiting on head gaskets and I got to get I'm going to weld the oil pump up. But I want to show you guys how I determine if the pickup tube is right to the pan. I take a couple bolts and I'll bolt the pan on my block sideways like this, off to one side. And then I'll take a straight edge and get it level so that you know the pan's level. And then you got to measure from the lowest point to that, which that right there, perfect, money. I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to take the oil pump back off, take it over to Tony's and put a tack weld on it. It is bolted. I did Loctite everything here. I Loctited my stud in, but this ain't tight yet. This is just snug, that way I could get a reading off my pump. But yeah, guys, she's bottom end's complete. I can put the after I get that pump welded up, I can actually put the pan gasket on. And I'm going to install the bottom timing chain gear. And then I got to start ripping that apart. But slow process, takes time. You know, this doesn't happen overnight. I mean, if you want a good engine build, you can just, you know, it takes time, you know, to make sure every little detail is perfect. There's no hiccups. You know, every bolt's tight, torqued, Loctited. I use this stuff on all the bolts that Permatex Form-A-Gasket liquid sealant. Like for all my plugs and stuff. I did use on the water plugs, I used Teflon. That Teflon Plus, it's called. Teflon, that's good stuff too. Never had any leaks, but I figured I'd give you guys a quick update and show you how I determine the length to make sure my pickup tube's right for my pan, which we're good. I think we'll take a little break. We'll take a walk out here and see how these guys are doing. Oh. They've been here. As you can see, guys, what a mess. I had to put all new rafter ends on, cistern them into the old stuff, replace all the wood up top, new fascia. But yeah, this is looks like they went to lunch or something. What a mess. Well, that's what we're going to be getting, all new metal roofing throughout the whole house. There ain't no sense of just doing half of it, but yeah, I couldn't believe this when they started tearing into it the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, really? But there's only one way to fix it, guys, and that's tear it off, replace get all the wet shit out, replace all the rotten wood. You know, you get black mold in your house, that ain't good. You know, for health, and like I said, we're going to be here for a long time, so this cost me $9,200 to get all that shit fixed. You know, and we just had everything all painted up. I'm getting all new gutters put up also. They're going to do my gutters too, but you know, there's no gutters. I have drains for gutters here and here, but you know, the block foundation, all the water just comes off the roof, so I need to get gutters, and then it's going to come across here and then down into that drain, which they already had broke the concrete or the blacktop away and put drain tile in, so it'll drain onto this low area over here and then out to the ditch. But yeah, that's how my luck's been going, guys. You know, you guys knew about our trailer incident, which I did. We did get our deck all done too while it was here, and then when I put the tires on, I got all my deck treated for this year, so it's good to go. But you know, the punches just keep coming, bam, bam, bam. I can't seem to catch a break, guys. But it's life. I'm not gonna sit here and whine about it. We're just gonna take it as it comes and keep on rolling. But guys, this is gonna be a short video today. Like I said, I'm gonna take all this Jay's timing chain cover, valve covers, all that other stuff he's got, and take it to Tony's and put it in his hot tank. This is his bolt kit, which is pretty nice. We got a hardened shaft, oil pump shaft, and all new bolts for everything. So it's coming along, guys. But I'm probably going to end this video here. So unlike all the other times, guys, I appreciate everybody for watching. Unlike the other times. What the fuck? But like the other times. There we go. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video. All right. Bye-bye.